Hey guys, welcome to another do-it-yourself video. Today I'm going to be looking at this set of blinds that my lovely cat has been so kind as to provide me an opportunity to make more content. So, so I think you can see right here, cat has managed to break off part of the blinds. Now this may seem like a non-starter, something you can't fix, but I'm going to show you today how you can. The key thing is that you can take this piece out and you can replace it with the bottommost piece that's in here. What has to be done though is this whole thing. It's better to just take the whole thing out so you can work on this flat on the floor. These three plugs here come out. That will allow you to get this string here and this string here out from in between these holes, and that will allow you to remove each of these pieces. Now, of course, the downside of that is that you have to rethread through back all of the rest of them after you're done with that. The way this is looking, I'm thinking there's a pretty hefty scratch right through here, which I don't even know how it got there. That's not like a bend, like that's like a scratch, like somebody went at it with something sharp. And it's going directly from that crack down. So I think I'm actually going to end up replacing both this one and this one because it looks like pretty soon this one's going to go next. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this down out of here. How you do that is going to really depend on the construction. I think for mine, it's just got little clips, two clips, one on each side, like that. And then the whole thing comes out just elegantly, like that. So pick up the slack, and then I'm going to take this downstairs so I can work on it. And gentlemen, welcome back. Now I've taken this down. One of the first things I kind of want to do, make sure that you have enough length to work with. I'm going to say, just give myself about that much. And then really, I kind of want all the stuff to be condensed down at that end. Okay. Basically, I want to scrunch everything together above the place where I'm going to be working. And then, let's see, to show you, there are these three plugs down here at the bottom. You need some kind of spudger tool, something like that, to take these out. Looks like there may be knots. Oh, you know what? Maybe I don't have to take that out. Can I just, hang on one second. Let me get some tweezers. I think I just need to untie these knots. Be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back. If it seems like I don't exactly know what I'm doing, it's because I've done this before. I haven't done it in probably, I don't know, 15 years. But I believe what you need to do is not necessarily pull these plugs out, but pull this cord out of the plugs. And I don't feel like I got the greatest set of tweezers. And here's the deal on this. In order to get this back through, you're going to need to be in possession of something that you can use as a puller. What I've got actually here is some enameled wire. This is like some, I don't know, 22 gauge wire that can be used for making coils. What I will do is I kind of make a sharp kind of loop like this. And when I need to get this this cord back through from that side to the other. I'll put this through and then use it to pull it through. Then I'll retie the knot on this end. So guess what I should do right here. Let's go ahead and try to get this knot apart. This might be part of the hardest problem that you're going to face here. But I'm myself particularly good at getting knots out of things. You just have to kind of look, where does the string go underneath the first loop, and then try to just loosen it up. There we go. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just first pull it out through these bottom two. Leaving everything else in. You know, if I really want to be, should I, let me see how these are. Are these literally just, okay, yeah. All right, yeah, we're gonna take these plugs out too, or we're gonna move these up 2 notches. Okay, so almost, there we go. All right, so we're gonna take this whole thing out, and then we're gonna put this through 2 units higher, making sure that we're not getting anything twisted or backwards, just like that. And then, you know, to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to snip these off right above the next rung. You don't want to cut through this. You want to have that there just as kind of a fail-safe, a fallback kind of thing. You just kind of got to jam this stuff back in here. As well as you can. Well, you want to do a good job, especially if you're living in an apartment or a townhouse type situation. You want to make sure that you're doing your best to make it look nice, not fiddled with as much. Are you too good for your home? All these, go ahead and get these cut. Mm-hmm. And these actually do have a certain way of going in, which is that because there's kind of like the cord here and here. I don't know if you can see this, but these also have a slot at the top and the bottom. That should line up with putting the stuff back in. And then, see, do want to make sure that I can get this through. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, so gotta get back up to the spot where we're doing our repair. It's gonna be up here. This is all okay. That's the right side of this is messing on the left side of it. Take these guys out. Are these in each slot? Again, you gotta make sure you know which cord is your top, which is your bottom. You can possibly get them mixed up, which is going to make it kind of like crisscross like this. You don't want to do that, um, or else you're going to have to go back and redo everything again. So let's see if this is long enough. I'm gonna maybe like bend that over like that a bit and see if I can just if I can goof this a little bit and just use this all the way up through. And for my case, it doesn't really matter. Both sides of these slats are basically exactly the same. So yeah, here's what I'm doing here with this. Is I'm gonna, if I can, get this open up a bit and try to get this nice and tightly secured there and try to just simply pull it straight down through. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Whew. And then I'm gonna do kind of like a double loop if I can. I could even use my wire loop again to do this, but I think since we're gaining some length here because we've now shorted the amount of sash or a number of slats that need to be in here, I don't have to worry about making it shorter by spending a little bit more length in the snot. We can do this. Oh, hmm. A little bit more. Okay, so let's say we go like 2 centimeters fold. That should give us plenty of room. Issues with it and even was a question I have. Okay. What I'm saying by that is that the length on one side is not equaling the length on the other. But here we go. That's going to be a nice, stable, even if it doesn't the most perfect looking. Okay, I'm going to actually move my physical self over here and try to do the same thing on this side. Just going to try to feed this wire loop in and through, and then through all of these, staying on the same side of this part by one here. twist this a bit. Through. You got to kind of, pinch this, and I even try to give it a little bit of a twist to make it tight. You kind of want it to get it started to where it's legitimately kind of, you want to get everything lined up. You want to get all the gaps lined up, and you want to kind of hold both the end of the cord and the cord itself as you get it started pulling through, and then go kind of quick. Otherwise, it's going to slip out, because this is a handy tool to use, but it's like it's not perfect. And as you're pulling it out, this is actually it's slipping through a little bit at a time. But if you get it a good start, um, you can be successful with it. Then yeah, I'm just going to do the same thing here. This one's being a little bit more cooperative. And if this is going to end up, I may want to redo that one so these are the same length, because part of that one pulled out. So let me go ahead and redo this. I want this to be as close to the same length so that we're not losing a extra centimeter, because that'll show up on this end. It's not necessarily a big deal because you can always clip this end, but just to try to be proactive here. Okay. Out itself. Rabbit goes around the tree and into the hole. I almost lost the end again. I think I did lose the end again. Okay, hang on. So that's what happened last time, is I lost a little bit of this end and it got pulled through the knot. So it was not a true double pretzel or whatever you want to call it type of knot that I'm trying to do, which is literally, doubling it over and taking the end through everything. I don't know why it's being, maybe take a bit extra length, tiny bit. It's more than I want to do. There we go. There we go. The trick was getting the loop end through without losing track of that end. So now we are all back together. I'm going to reassemble this upstairs, and we'll show you the final result. Okay, guys, we're back. We've reinstalled this. Zoom out a bit. So as you can see, this looks basically as good as new. What we did is we took these two slats out that were broken and ready to break. Well, yeah, that really was ready to go. It's got a big crack. And again, what we did in hindsight, I don't think I needed the tweezers, but we took these three plugs out, untied the strings that are going through all of the slats. We cut off the extra length. We removed two from the bottom, and we cut off the extra length of this divider stuff, the stuff that goes in the front and the back. And we re-put that in, put back in the caps. We took the two new ones, put them in the spot where the bad ones had been, and then we used a wire to pull the center cord that lifts everything up back all the way through from the bottom. And so yeah, the tools that I use for this job, I use a pair of scissors, tweezers, which I think can probably do without. Some sort of spudger, maybe even just like a spoon or a knife would work for getting the caps out. And again, kind of the critical thing is being able to pull the cord back through. I was using a 22 gauge sort of enameled wire for that. You want something that's going to be kind of stiff and hold its shape. Um, you don't want anything that's going to be a little bit too soft, too forgiving, because you're just going to slip out when you're trying to pull your cord back down through. But that's it for this. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this useful. There's some things looks like you might need to throw it out. You don't really need to, and it can only take as little as 15-20 minutes to fix it instead of spending, $65-70 to replace it. So don't waste your money. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I promise to bring a lot more stuff like this in the future. All right, take care. Bye.